Hello and welcome to another set of unboxing videos. So I have got myself a couple of Deadpool gravity feeds. So I'm basically I've just gonna messed up my focus. No, there we go. I'm just gonna open them all. I'm gonna do it in half-hour segments roughly, so that I don't have to bore you entirely in one massive long go. But here we go. So there's the first lot. Alright, let me just put that. This is going so well so far already. Right, I am looking for about 65 cards or so. Foil ones and non-foil ones. So hopefully in 180 packs, I would hope that I would be able to get some of them, or all of them in fact. So I'm looking for 45 foils and about 25 non-foils. So let's go. I will also be talking you through. So look, I've got a Deadpool dice and a Wolverine dice straight out the bat. I need another box to put this in. Oh, they can get on there for now. So I've got the common Deadpool, my set, my rules. 5-cost fist, deadly. I like this card. I've played with it a few times. Nice and simple. Quite expensive, but decent enough stats on there. There you go, it's a 5-cost shield, Wolverine, Berserker Frenzy. This is the uncommon. Back for more. Now, back for more basically means that if it's in the prep area at the start of your turn, or if it happens to be prepped and then you roll it from there, you get to do the back for more ability, which in this case is target Deadpool character die gets +3 attack. Now, the good thing about this set, not just this set, but this set more than most, I believe, it's got quite a lot of nice little synergies with the Deadpool family, which you'll probably see more and more come along. So I've got a Taskmaster and a Madam Hydra. So I've got the common Madam Hydra, Viper, 4-cost shield. She's got the Hydra affiliation. When Madam Hydra damages an opponent, move target die from that opponent's prep area to their bag. That's not too bad. So if someone's relying on prep, which you might be in this set because there's a few higher cost cards, then that could just about mess with them. Not sure I would play that normally. It depends how. I mean, it depends if they've got anything to block it with. If they did, then I imagine it would be better to do so if you're planning on keeping your prep. 5-cost mask unaffiliated. This is Taskmaster, Astounding Mimicry. When fielded, you may use the when fielded ability of target character die as if Taskmaster had that ability. That's quite nice. So you could put some other when fielded ability that maybe is part of your win con, and then basically use double of it. It would have to be, so it's the ability of a target character die, so it would have to be in the field. It would have to be more expensive to buy this over that. Unless you're playing outside the set, then you can use a certain wrestler. Oh, this one's a Mr. Miracle. No, a multiple man. So it is. I've got a foil Angel Dust, Chicago and common. So I do not need this one. Okay, so this one is 5-cost villain, Hydra, which the Hydra symbol is interchangeable with villains for the purposes of every effect. When Angel Dust blocks or is blocked, she gets +XA and +XD, where X is equal to the combined total level of all character dice she is engaged with. Okay, I mean that could be powerful with out of set with a Doom Lance. That could be pretty crazy. But even if you're just blocking, if you've got a force block, you could effectively, or a force attack, you could get some shenanigans in. Yeah, I'm going to put the foils below them. There we go. Just realised that my logo there might block the cards, so let's take some of these back for a little while. And then I've got the common multiple man, 3-cost mask with the X-Men affiliation, duplicitous nature. Underdog. So underdog is if the effects happen whilst you have less character dice in the field than your opponent. So when fielded, move a psychic die from your use pile to your field zone. It's not bad. So you're just basically creating another person essentially, like multiple man would. Nice and thematic there. Just for your interest, the super rares I'm looking for, I have them all, but I'm looking for multiple man because he's the coolest one. So I've got a 3-cost X-Men bulk character, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Just for the random bit of knowledge, apparently it's an album title. Oh, who is that from? I should probably have, before I started telling that anecdote, I should probably have checked out that title of that. So, there you go. It's by Monster Magnet. Yeah, there we go. I knew it really. Which I believe he may have mentioned in the second Deadpool film, maybe. So while Negasonic Teenage Warhead is active, when your opponent targets one of your character dice with a global ability, spin each of your Negasonic Teenage Warhead character dice in the field zone to level 3. Now, the level 1 and 2 character size aren't massive, but once you're on level 3, which you can entice them with some decent globals, maybe if you've got some kind of I don't know, sorry, with the glow, yeah, maybe if you've got like a magic missile or something to just ping stuff, then it's going to get it down a bit. Otherwise, it's not massively useful, but she is a 6/3 on her level 1 face. Rare Angela. So, Rare Angela, Bolt, Guardian of the Galaxy character, raised as an angel. At the end of your roll and reroll step, deal 1 damage to target character die or player for each Angela die you roll that shows an energy face. So this is kind of almost a precursor to Energize. So it basically fires off if you roll her on energy, which is quite useful if you miss her. So if you either get her as a character face, or if you don't, then you're going to do some damage, which is quite fun. Always useful. That could be a relatively other. I mean, the 4 cost makes it kind of not quite the perfect win con there, but it's interesting nonetheless. Well, there's another Madam Hydra die there. Let's keep an eye on the time now. We're on at 9 minutes. Okay, Outlaw. So this is a common Outlaw. So it's 3 cost with the Deadpool affiliation. Inez Temple. Back for more. Search your bag for an Outlaw die and roll it. If it rolls an energy face, field it at level 1. So again, if you're rolling her from the prep area and you've got a few floating around in circulation, you could get extra stuff in the field for free. So that's not the worst thing. Quick characters out in the field. So she's going to go there. You have to remember the old foil packs and how bent these cards get. So I've got rare, foil, Madam Hydra in the name of Hydra, which I do need. So this is going to go in the binder. When fielded, deal 3 damage to all players. Any player may move a die from their prep area to their bag to prevent the damage done to them. Okay, so that's quite interesting. So I know that I've already got something in prep. I can, and it's like a psychic, I'm not fussed about. I could field her, deal the damage, especially if they haven't got anything in their prep. Yeah, I quite like that one. So what am I going to do with the ones that I actually need? I'll put the ones I need in a pile underneath our logo there, just to hide them. Okay, next card. It's always good to get the foil rares. I think that's the biggest list of what I need is the foil rares. Yeah. Okay, so I've got a common Shiklar, Demon Bride. She's a 3-cost character, mask, and she is another Deadpool affiliated character. There are 8 if you want to know. Deadpool, different Deadpool characters. Shiklar gets +2 defense for each die in your prep area. So again, if you're doing a, you could do some sort of jank with stat flipping and making sure you got loads of prep. So you could give her massive defense and maybe flip the stats around so that she's got a massive attack. That could be quite fun to play around with. Kidpool, uncommon, 4-cost shield, Deadpool affiliated. No detention for me! Exclamation mark. So he's got a back for more ability, which is draw a die. If it is a Deadpool affiliated character die, roll it, otherwise return it to your bag. Could be useful. That's kind of situational though, unless you know, but I think that's possibly a bit too situational. Yeah. Next. Right. Taskmaster and a Lady Deadpool. Okay. So I've got a common Lady Deadpool, which is attack on 2 fronts. So she's a 3-cost bolt character with the Hydra affiliation. When fielded, double all damage dealt to target opposing character die until the end of turn. So effectively, if you went and attacked with her straight away, you could do 10 damage to a particular character die, but it would have to be blocking. So that's not too bad. Again, if you've got a force ability where you can force them to block, then that's pretty good fun. Yeah, could see that being quite. She's cheap as well, so that's quite good fun. And a low defense, so she's always going to get cared and refielded. So I like that card. Okay, foil. Taskmaster. Uncommon. Watch and learn. Here's a 5-cost mask. When Taskmaster attacks, you may use the when attacks ability of target character die as if Taskmaster had that ability. So the common is when copies when fielded, and the uncommon is when he attacks. So that's quite fun. Again, you could there's I imagine quite a few. So actually, the common one with Lady Bullseye might be quite good fun to double the double damage. Okay, so I didn't need that one by the way. So we've got 3 chimichangas and another Deadpool. So we've got another Deadpool. My set, my rules. And we we've got a rare 3 chimichangas. Best things in life. So this is a 3-cost mask action die. Target character die gets +3 defense. That's quite useful. Again, team it up with the Shitclaw, so that she gets lots of damage. She gets lots of defense from there. Give it an extra bit more. Flip it around and attack for quite big numbers. And on a burst and double burst, also that character die may only be blocked by 2 or more character dice. So again, if they've got 1 in the field, then that's going straight through. That's really nice, good fun. And I don't need that one either. There we go. So far, we've opened a good few packs. 8 packs, and I've got 1 card that I need. That is always useful. Okay. Got the common satchel of unlimited weaponry. Okay. Sword. Satchel of unlimited weaponry, sword. 3-cost bolt, action die. Pay 1 life. When you use an action die from your reserve pool that targets 1 or more character dice, Satchel of unlimited weaponry may immediately be used as a copy of that die with new targets. Okay, so again, that's reasonably situational because you'd have to play it, give them the 3 defense, and then play it again with this. So you'd have to roll them both at the same time. On a burst or double burst, you instead play 0 life. So that's not so bad. You probably don't really want to use it too much if it's you don't want to roll it on its own. So that's a tricky one to pull off, I think. Plus the rare satchel is much more interesting, I think. Okay, this looks like another one that I need. So this is a 6-cost shield, X-Men affiliation, Wolverine. Come on, Bob. Come on, try it, Bob. Should read properly. When KO'd, you may pay 2 life to roll target Deadpool character die in your prep area. If it rolls a character face, field it for free at the revealed level. Otherwise, return it to your prep area. Okay, so it's 6-cost. You've got to have a Deadpool character die in your prep area, and you've got to get a 3 or 4 defense KO'd. So that's going to be reasonably tricky. But again, it's quite a nice effect if you get it right. But in my experience, anything where you roll something to try and get a character face or an action face, I don't seem to be able to do very consistently, so it's not going to be my first choice. Okay, so I've got I should probably be showing these dice. So I've got an evil Deadpool, and I've got a blind owl die. They're good fun. This one is semi-translucent. It's difficult to see, but it's semi-translucent, which I like the translucent dice. I'm all about the translucent dice. Blind Owl. I'm surprised that she's not a Deadpool affiliated character, but she's a 3-cost mask, unaffiliated. Stay in the Dead Hut. When Blind Owl is dealt combat damage, deal 1 damage to target opponent. Nice. So if people are using an aggressive team, then you can just block with her. She only costs 3, and then you're always going to be doing the damage back. So that's quite nice. Nice and simple, nice and cheap. I would definitely play that card. And then we've got our first Evil Deadpool. 4-cost bolt, Hydra affiliation. Evil Deadpool, bang bang bang. I really like the artwork on that one. When fielded, deal 2 damage to target opposing level 1 character die or target opposing Deadpool character die. Okay, so again, you could team it up with the other Taskmaster, but it's not too bad. If I've got something, if they've got something that's a bit annoying, I need to get rid of, that's only got up to 2 damage, then it's useful. Otherwise, it's probably not the best of things. Unless I've got Deadpool and we're playing a theme team, then that's actually quite useful then, because you could take out any of the Deadpool characters. Okay, we've got another translucent dice. So we've got Lockjaw and Miguel O'Hara, which is translucent. Should get a mini light to just light them from the back. They do look much nicer when they're actually lit up. Okay, so I've got Lockjaw, fiercely loyal. So he is a 4-cost shield character, and he is an Inhumans affiliation. I quite like the Inhumans affiliation in this, because they all synergize really well. While Lockjaw is active, before your opponent's clear and draw step, name a non-psychic die. If your opponent draws that die, deal 2 damage to all of that opponent's character dice, and each of your Lockjaw dice get +2 attack. I like that as well. It's just a good defender. So he's going to potentially take out a lot of stuff and get buffed to take out anything else that wants to attack if they're going to be attacking in that step. Now we've got Rare Miguel O'Hara. So he's a 4-cost fist with the Spider Allies affiliation. Lyrate Lifeform Approximation. Okay, so he is the future Spider-Man. He has fast and back for more with an ability. So fast means that basically normally combat damage is simultaneous, but he will deal the combat damage before the opponent's character that blocks him, or he blocks. So the chances are, as long as he knocked it out, he's not going to get knocked out himself. And back for more means that if he does get knocked out and goes to the prep area, when you next roll him, he deals 1 damage to target opponent. So again, actually, that's quite a fun card. It's got a double use. You're always going to be attacking with it, and even if it does get knocked out, he's going to use his back for more just to deal 1 damage to the opponent. So that is a very nice card. I already have that one. Okay. Okay, so we've got another Angel Dust and a Storm. So there's the Storm dice. This is the same as in the X-Men First Class, I believe, but with white instead of a black paint. And Angel Dust, it's got a coat, I think. Yeah. So we've got the common Storm Thunderclap, 2-cost bolts, X-Men affiliation, and it says when fielded, spin target ?energy in an opponent's reserve pool to a bolt face if available. So that's reasonably situational, but if they're saving any energy to do some shenanigans, then it's going to slow them down or stop it entirely. That's quite useful. The cheap cost dice are always useful. And then we've got another Angel Dust, which is the uncommon this time. Which I actually do need this one. Excellent. Actually, I do need that one too. Non-foils, so that can go over there. Cool. Yeah. Angel Dust, Morlock. So she's a 5-cost fist. While your life total is less than your opponent's, Angel Dust gets +2 attack and +2 defense. I mean that on a level 3 puts her at a 9/9, which is pretty good. So if you're both running quite low health, but if you've got a little bit less, you might be able to one-hit her and just take out your opponent. So that is good fun. I like that. Okay, we have our first flying car and our first Agent Carter.
So Agent Carter, behind enemy lines. So that's this her die. Nice and simple. It's a hat. She's got decent stats. One, and then the flying car die is just literally a flying car. Okay, and then we've got 3-cost Fist character with Agents of Shield affiliation. Again, they have a lot of nice synergies together. I like them. She's all about psychics. So while Agent Carter is active, when a psychic character die is KO'd, place it in its owner's bag. So she tends to sort of tax everyone, but it's quite fun. It's if you're not using your psychics overly much for fielding or blocking, then she's not too bad. But I prefer the other rarities of her. And now we've got Flying Car, which I also need, which is another action die. Classic model, the uncommon. This is a 4-cost shield. Place this die on one of your character cards. It is still in the field zone. When you field that character, all copies of that character get +2 attack until the end of turn. So that's nice. I like that. Again, you could twin it with the Angel Dust and probably just hit for an 11-9 if it's on the top level. That could be game over in one turn. I realised I was pointing to the Angel Dust, but it's under the logo, which is not that professional. So there we go. Right, so what I'm going to do instead is I'll put the dice up here and I'll put the cards that I need right there. Okay, so no super rare yet, but it could be last. Ooh, okay, so this is a nice die as well. Another translucent die. So we've got a common Modoc, and this has got a very nice die. It's translucent, you can kind of see it, and it's got all the sparkly bits in it. This is one of my favourite dice, just because of the sparkly nature of that. Very nice. So Modoc, most powerful brain alive. 4-cost shield with the Hydra affiliation. While Modoc is active, except during their roll and reroll step, your opponents may not reroll dice or spin dice to a different face or level unless they pay 1 generic energy per die. So again, that's very situational because they can still reroll it in the reroll step, but any other time they can't reroll or spin dice. That's very situational. I don't know if I'd use that, to be honest. And then we've got the Stepford Cuckoos. This is the uncommon. Celeste. 3-cost shield. 3-cost mask with the X-Men affiliation on there. When fielded, each player moves 1 character die they control to the prep area. That would work very well with any of the Back for More abilities. So that would be quite good to twin up with him, maybe. So you could knock something of theirs out with fast, and then field that and move it to the... I guess you could actually even move her to the field, so you're getting rid of one of their characters entirely, and you just get to keep doing it with her. That's quite fun. I like that. I already have that one. Right. Okay, we've got a Dogpool. Okay. So we've got common Dogpool. Dogpool, again, another translucent die. Looks very cool. I do like that. He's got some good stats. Dogpool common Earth 2110-20110. 4-cost Fist with the Deadpool affiliation. When fielded, deal 1 damage to target opposing character die. Could be just taking out a psychic, which is quite useful. If it was their only psychic, then you can just go through with a 4 or a 5 attack. And on his level 2 burst phase, also spin target Deadpool character die at 1 level. So you could field it,
get rid of something. If he's on level 2, you could put him level 3 and go through for 5 attack. Nice and simple. I like that. Another. Oh no, is this the same Negasonic we had before? No, this is not. Gonna have to check now. No, that was a common before. So this is the uncommon Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Boarding school. 3 cost bolt, X-Men affiliation. I do like the art on this one. It's a very nice artwork, kind of all fractured. Underdog. So again, if they have more character dice fielded than you do, then you can use this effect. When Negasonic Teenage Warhead attacks, spin her up to level 3 and she gains fast. So again, going back to fast, she attacks on level 1. If we've got less characters than they've got, then you're going to spin it right up to level 3. Bosh. She's now a 6/3 fast. So she's going to take out a lot of things or go through for 6. I very much like this one. Again, quite situational with the underdog, but it's it's pretty good fun otherwise. It gives them a choice, is the point. Okay, so we've got the common chimichangas. 3 chimichangas, delicious. 2 cost mask. This has got the impulse keyword. So the impulse keyword basically means that when you buy it, you get this ability. So you purchase it for 2 mask, then you get to give target character die +2 defense until the end of turn. And when you play it, the target character die gets +2 defense. So it's kind of a double whammy one. It's quite nice. Again, you could link it up with the Shiklar that does defensey stuff, which is good. That's your dice there, so it's just a chimichanga filled with dynamite. Then you got Mr. Sinister, which is his logo, which is a different die than the Uncanny X-Men Mr. Sinister. It's a different die completely. But he's got some nice beefy stats. He's a 6/3 and level 3 as well. So Mr. Sinister, Apocalyptic Transformation. 5 cost mask. He has the Hydra affiliation. Back for more, you may reroll any number of dice in your field zone. So when you take him out, when you take him out of the prep area to roll him, you can then take any number as well from the field, which could be very useful if you've got when fielded characters, or if you want to try and trick an underdog, or you just want more energy to buy big stuff. I think that's just an all-round decent card. Again, and his low defense means you're gonna get him knocked out because they're not gonna want to take 6 defense. They might chump block him, but if they don't have any psychics left over, then they're gonna have to start knocking him out because they're not gonna want to take 6 attack. And that is just over 30 minutes, so I will leave it there and we'll come back next time with some more.